specialty is building sales funnels.
Yes.
And then because it's cool because that was one of the reason why I was so interested in talking to you as well, because uh because of the consulting things that we want to do, that we want to launch. I think the sales funnels is something interesting to understand how you're like when you want to increase the performance of your business as well, maybe.
Hmm.
How does that work?
Um,
Can you explain? Can you explain to me? Because I don't know how the mechanism work. I don't know what you do most. Like, how do you create funnels like that?
so it's like a platform, piece of technology, right? Let's say ClickFunnels. Have you heard of ClickFunnels, for example?
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah.
No.
Well, I've heard. I don't know what it is, but I've heard the
It's
ad.
it's a website builder,
Okay.
right? So have you? I'm sure you both have clicked on a social media ad,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Then you land on what looks like a web page.
Okay.
That's actually if they're doing it right, it's probably a landing page. It's
Yeah.
not like a web. It's not typically not a website. Depending on what.
Whatever it might.
Yeah,
Whatever they're
yeah,
trying
if it's
to
like a-
sell, right? I guess.
Yeah, let's say if it's like a beauty brand, right, and they have a whole collection of makeup and
And then you want
Then
that.
then they'll have all their products listed, but in a certain maybe what you're describing, it might be somebody entering. They might get their email address on the landing page, so you start collecting email addresses,
Exactly.
and then you build the business off of this list that you
Yep.
acquired. Is that right?
exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So
That makes
like
sense.
there's kind of two camps, right? There's like in this like digital space, right? There's e-commerce where you're selling physical products online, and then there's info products, information, right? So information has been
The key.
but
Yeah.
it's like people have been selling information since the beginning of time.
Really?
I mean, think
How
about
so?
it.
Well, all marketing.
Because I've heard the other day that we didn't know a few years ago that information was this much valuable.
But I mean, look at
right-
like the
right
Bible,
people,
for
yeah.
example, right? Like the Bible is information and lessons that have
Stories, yeah.
been. Not
that's
that
true.
I'm religious, but like super
No, but
religious.
this is
Good
what it is,
example.
though. This is if you look at this at it, it's kind of like the guide of how to how to be a good like person, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
But through
full of
stories
information.
and through like it
Books.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Huh. So information. That's true. That information was always that was always valuable.
Mm-hmm. So like you've got physical products that you sell online, e-commerce, Amazon, for example, right? And
Okay.
then you have info products that you sell online, and
What's
that's like
an info product.
coaches, consultants,
okay.
courses,
Okay.
right? So I think we grew up in the time where like you go to college, right? You go to school to learn something to become,
That's your source of education versus nowadays you have YouTube University.
YouTube
or what you're
University, or you buy a
describing
course, or
Yeah.
you like,
Mm.
you know, have you guys purchased courses online before?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. So typically it's like you see some sort of ad, and then you click that button, learn more or
Mhm.
whatever, and you land on the landing page, and they have some sort of free offer, which we
Yeah.
call a lead magnet,
Yeah.
right? And so it's just, you want this thing
Mhm.
that's super
To be
valuable.
very, 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 yeah. To be very valuable.
Give
yeah.
me your email, and now it's like
And it's
before it was your email. Now it's like your name, your email, your phone number. So it's like
okay.
there's like more.
So is it better to have it super easy so you have less qualified lead, or to make it harder? What do you like most? How do you choose?
I think I think it depends on what you're selling on the back end.
Okay, how so?
If you're selling a $6 ebook, it's a number.
You want to make it very easy.
Let's
Yeah.
just give me your
The
email
most amount of volume as possible.
and just like let's just pump people through this, right?
Mm,
But if you're selling $100,000 mastermind in like a super elite program,
yeah.
then you need to do some qualification, right?
Makes
Like,
sense.
a bunch of emails is not going to really help you much.
Yeah, because they're not going to be
That's
actual
true.
big buyers, essentially.
Mm.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then so you specialize in doing that.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of different tech, like website building platforms that you can use to build funnels, landing pages, webinars, video sales letters. You know, it's basically, think of like you're just kind of funneling someone down like through a
That's
sales
true.
process.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, and systems is the way you grow.
Yeah.
You need to systemize everything.
Yeah. So
It makes sense though. Just build the roads.
pretty much, and all the roads lead to Rome,
You're
right?
Yeah.
building all the trade routes.
All the roads
Yeah.
needs to exactly. It's
Yeah.
the funny thing, right?
Yeah, and then along all of those trade routes, there's little businesses,
Exactly.
right? And they sell you the food and the water and the supplies and all the things that you need to get to the end destination.
Yeah.
Digital version.
It's so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a digital trade route with all.
Because this my specialization is to do that, but for neighborhoods.
Yeah,
The land development. This is what it is. I sell the project, the development.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so you need leads, right?
Yeah.
And-
Because
Or do you kind of have your?
exactly because I
Depends
have
on where you're at. Right?
yeah where you get leads is more because the things that I sell is very specific, so the market is it's actually very small, so
Mm-hmm.
you go directly to the person usually.
And how do you
'cause
find the land?
the land because I have a lot of sellers that have billions in the pipeline,
Okay.
multiple ones. So I have
Word of mouth. now,
word of
so, right,
mouth
is
more, yeah.
word.
And then it's weird because it's a little bit contrary, but yeah, word of mouth. For residential though, what you're doing is absolutely it's a must.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe with Engelvokers Miami, maybe we could set up a meeting and to see if you could help. But that could be anyway. We could see, but yeah. Because for to get leads for residential, I guess you have a lot of clients in that space, no?
Like doing lead gen for real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a lot of friends in the space. I've run ads and done funnels for realtors and real estate professionals before, but at the moment
So you don't do that. You don't. What do you concentrate on now?
So right now I'm focusing on digital, like online businesses, and then I recently started working with local service-based businesses,
Oh, okay.
right? Because now it's like those guys are, everything is going online, you know, and so like now those guys are like, well, hey, you know, all the big
You need
players
servicing.
are online, so like now we in order for us to stay alive and compete, we have to, because the word of mouth is it's hard. It's a hard game.
That's true.
Like,
So,
yeah,
so
it's great for like the companies that are, if they're building up and they eventually will be, word of mouth is where you ultimately want to get, but it obviously takes time. So
Mm-hmm.
what changed though in the last few? How did you do business before? How long have you been in this industry?
I started learning. Let me see, 2016.
Okay.
2016, 17. I started like I bought a course.
no way.
Yeah,
Really?
I bought a course. Like learn. You know, so
Nice.
Oh, that's a good story.
yeah. Learn how to.
What did you
Yeah,
learn
what
first?
was the course?
What was the course? Yeah.
What was it?
Yeah.
It was like 9 courses in one. It was this guy from LA. His name is Ty Lopez.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know.
You know-
who-
you
yeah,
know-
I know
okay.
who it is.
So I bought
My
his
friend
course.
Kyle bought a few things from him.
Yeah.
I did a bunch of mentoring program with Cardone too.
Oh, interesting. Uncle
Yeah.
G.
Yeah. Yeah. This is
Yeah,
where it's
Cardone
from.
you.
Don't be this one. Yeah. It's a daily remember.
Cardone owns pretty much all of Florida
He
at this
owns a
point, or
bunch,
like
yeah.
what?
He owns a few thousand units.
I forget. I was at the Pura Vida coffee shop, and I saw it was like 10x
The 10X
everywhere.
brand, yeah.
I was like, man, this.
Yeah, no, he's doing good.
Yeah, very well.
Yeah, hopefully he can maintain the things. He's got a nice thing going.
So did you do his online university or?
Yeah, I did it for a while, but 2019 I went to 10x GrowthCon in Vegas just before COVID happened. We were in Vegas a few days. I think we came back a few days, and yeah, and then I did the mentoring. I was at his office once during the mentoring. I got invited. Well, actually, we had to reply, whatever, and then I guess they invited everybody that sent them the request.
Nice.
But yeah, it was fun. I met Tyler there.
So you bought courses then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought a few. But what was the first one that you got?
So Ty Lopez, it was like it was a Black Friday special where he took like all of his courses, put them in one, and like, today only. And I was like, all right, cool, let me try it. You know, I was like starting to look for new things. I wasn't happy where I was.
What were you doing before?
I was selling courses, but I was selling courses, but face to face.
Oh, okay.
So I was traveling a lot, and we'd go into like a different city every week, different countries sometimes, and
Wow.
we'd do like
You
events,
traveled a lot then.
seminars. Yeah, I was on the road pretty much.
Road warrior.
Yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
So
seven,
you were
7
selling
years.
seminars?
Well, so we'd host seminars and we'd go and teach a little bit, but then after the
Oh, okay.
after the talk or the seminar, there's an offer, and it's like, if you want to learn more, it's $2,000 to come to a 3-day workshop. There's a lot of these in the real estate space. That's
Yeah.
actually where I
Yeah, yeah.
started.
But it's good. Yeah. But there's a lot of value sometimes.
I mean, it's
But sometimes maybe. I don't know.
I
Some
always
is
tell
just
people it's
repeat.
like college, right? Like, I mean, everybody goes to school, and like, does everybody walk out with a 6-figure job? It's
No.
like what you make of it, right?
That's true.